Let the bot battle begin. Two bots you wouldn't expect to be here, trying to go for a 3-1. Switchback easily getting Nightmare and flips him over. As you can see, Nightmare did get some reinforcements for that weapon, but I don't think it matters. Switchback flipped Nightmare back, but I don't see a way for them to lose this fight. And Switchback quite easily and flipping Nightmare again. That's going to be the end of this fight. Switchback, the rookie, will be going to 3-1 with another impressive knockout.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, this fight was fairly simple. Switchback flipped Nightmare over, and they righted Nightmare, and then they flipped Nightmare over again. Another clean win for the rookie. They advance to 3-1 and are pretty much a guaranteed lock for this tournament. Let the bot battle begin. Gigabyte gets up to speed, Orbital Fire boxes him in, and flips him out of the arena. Yeah, that was over quickly. Orbital Fire, last season's number 2 seed, got Gigabyte hit in the corner and then threw them out of the arena. Let the bot battle begin. 2 control bots, or 1 control bot and 1 flipper. Duck getting underneath Lucky earlier. Duck also received reinforcements for their weapon. And there's 2 bricks instead of 1 connecting the plow to the actual arms. Lucky testing that plow now, and those reinforcements hold. Well, let's see what Duck can do in retaliation. They get underneath and clamp Lucky again. This is more of Duck's intended purpose against non-spinners. Just clamp down, get underneath. Need to do whatever they can. A control category. And as you can see, it is working very well. Lucky hasn't had too much of a response yet. But it's going to be very difficult for Duck to knock out Lucky, as it's not focused on damage. And there's a suplex. That was kind of neat. I have to see if Duck can get a real good lift. There's a good ram. See, Lucky's frame could break. I think it's one of the weaker bots in that connection. Each part of the robot is very strong in itself, but they're very weak at where they are held together. Duck trying to capitalize on that. Lucky doesn't seem to be quite moving well, but Duck not letting them to move at this point. Oh, you can definitely see the frame is starting to bend now, out of shape. Lucky flipper is still functional, but that drive is not. The bot has become disconnected, and Duck will be taking home this win.
10,
An excellent control performance by Duck. The countdown continues on Lucky, and Duck moves to 3-1. Well, I don't think any of us expected Duck to be here at 3-1, but regardless, here it is. Complete control during that fight, and they just clamped down. They unlucky. They lifted him. They did whatever they needed to, not necessarily what they wanted, but they got what they needed to do. And while Lucky did land a few flips, really 2, they did nothing to that lifter. And eventually Duck was able to break the frame of Lucky, though it was kind of difficult to tell. And that gave Duck their 3rd win of the season. It's a very impressive run for Duck so far. We'll see how they do in the coming tournaments. But as for Lucky, I don't know if they're even gonna be in the tournament. Let the bot battle begin, a rematch from real life. Both bots fought there to go 3-0. Now they fight to avoid going 0-4. Mad Catter starting out strong, getting some good hits on Malice, putting it in the corner. Land a solid shot on that weapon. And ooh, what a good shot. There goes an armor panel off of Malice, and they did a backflip. Mad Catter continues the attack. Malice has yet to find a response here. Oh, another great shot. And again, Malice's weapon has broken, but the lifter slash self-rider of Mad Catter has come off in the process. Another armor piece has fallen off of Malice as Mad Catter just continues to dominate. And another great shot. Mad Catter now loses its weapon entirely after just jammed into Malice's frame. Now Malice is up on these screws, but gets away. Malice is really struggling here. Oh, now Mad Catter's up on the screws. Malice is off and takes Malice completely taking advantage here. They slam Mad Catter into the other corner, and Mad Catter is upside down. They cannot self-right without their lifter, which they lost earlier in the fight. Unbelievable. Malice will avoid going winless, and Mad Catter falls to 0-4. Last season's number 32 seed dominated to start this fight. There was nothing that they were doing wrong. Absolute perfection, and they send Malice into a great backflip there. This was the best performance that Mad Catter had this entire season, but Malice did not care. They just survived the hits, even though they lost their weapon. Mad Catter eventually lost both of its own methods of attack, and eventually Mad Catter got stuck onto the screws in an attempt to ram Malice. And that led to Malice being able to get underneath Mad Catter and flip it over for the knockout. Let the main event begin. Whiplash gets underneath Talon, just throws them against the wall, and now putting them into these screws. Whiplash on top early, they reverse their lifter, and they get Talon out of the arena. Talon was heavily favored to win this one, but Whiplash simply did not care, out-wedging Talon and just throwing them against the wall. Then they grabbed them and used the screws to throw Talon out of the arena. What a performance by last season's 31 seed. Incredible run they've been on this season, and it will continue.